Greetings. This is Paul the Poke from PaulthePoke.com. Today's topic, big day, big day. Israel and United Arab Emirates reach peace deal. We are August 13, 2020. Israel and the United Arab Emirates have signed a historic peace treaty today, and the deal is known as the Abraham Accord. Yes, let's all go back to Father Abraham and our roots, the common thing that holds us together, Abraham and the Abraham Accord. And the United Arab Emirates is led by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Israel was represented by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. United States President Donald Trump announced and brokered the historic peace agreement. This treaty marks the third peace agreement with Israel since 1948, since they've been back in the land as a country. And Israel has previously signed peace accords with Egypt, and that took place in March of 1979, and Jordan in July of 1994. Relations between the two countries are to be normalized in diplomacy, trade, and regional security. Translation, Iran, we're keeping an eye on you. Under the plan, Israel has agreed to stop annexation of Palestinian territories, and this is a big deal. I suspect, and they also suspect, there will be further peace agreements reached with other members on the Arabian Peninsula who will agree to peace with Israel. So, of course, we have tweets today from President Trump. You can click on this right here. It's about a 3.5-minute statement. Huge breakthrough today. Historic peace agreement between our two great friends, Israel and the United Arab Emirates. I'll click over here. There's the tweet in case anybody wants to read it. And you can get the video. That's from Fox News. It's 3.5-minute statement from President Trump. And in the statement, he is hopeful that there will be other peace deals to come with Israel and other Arab countries. And that seems to be the vibe coming out of all of this today. Here is the statement. We're going to skip the first couple of paragraphs. Jump to the third paragraph. Delegations from Israel and the UAE will meet in coming weeks to sign bilateral agreements regarding investment, tourism, direct flight, security, telecommunications, technology, energy, healthcare, culture, the environment, establishment of reciprocal embassies, and other areas of mutual benefit. Israel, UAE will suspend declaring sovereignty over areas outlined in the president's vision for peace and focus its efforts now on expanding ties with other countries in the Arab Muslim world. The United States, Israel, and the United Arab Emirates are confident that additional diplomatic breakthroughs with other nations, plural, are possible. We will work together to achieve this goal. They're going to work together on the coronavirus as well. Save lives, of course. Normalization of relations, peaceful diplomacies will bring together two of America's most reliable and capable regional partners. This is the heads up to Iran. I suspect, I know Kushner went over there earlier in this, about a year ago, talking to Bahrain. It wouldn't surprise me if Bahrain's going to be next. I suspect the crown jewel of all of this will be Mohammed bin Salman and the Saudis. I would look for that to happen. Him and Kushner are pretty tight as well. You can read the rest of this if you would like. Set forth in vision for peace. All Muslims who come in peace may visit and pray at the Al-Aqsa Mosque and Jerusalem's other holy sites for peaceful worshipers of all faith. But here's the statement from Trump, Netanyahu, and Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed. So we'll keep our eyes on that. And then here's a tweet from Mohammed bin Zayed. During a call with President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu, an agreement was reached to stop further Israeli annexation of Palestinian territories. The UAE and Israel also agreed to cooperation in setting a roadmap towards establishing a bilateral relationship. And this just came out just a few minutes ago. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has an announcement: peace treaty between Israel and the United Arab Emirates. His statement's about 3 minutes. There's also a tweet, and this series of tweets, this essentially covers what's in the statement that he reads. Kind of reviews the history. 79 with Menachem Begin, Jordan in 1994, United Arab Emirates here in 2020. And Netanyahu also makes the same claim. I believe there's a good chance we will soon see more Arab countries joining this expanding circle of peace. And Netanyahu made the comment, peace, security, and prosperity. Just straight out. So, kind of stunning. And also released within this, White House advisor Jared Kushner indicated that the agreement is a result of a year and a half of discussions with the Emirates. So if you want to check out more detail, and there's stuff breaking on this as we speak, Jerusalem Post, Kushner Israel deal on annexation will take a while to take effect. Al Jazeera, I wanted to grab something from a Muslim point of view, Arab point of view, announces normalization relations, Times of Israel, historic declaration: Israel and United Arab Emirates agree to normalize peace ties. The Palestinians, for their part, they reject the deal. They're on the record, hey, we reject this, we don't accept it. So, gotta love them. And so it makes you wonder, this appears, if this is the first of a series of peace deals, we should be reminded, 1 Thessalonians 5:3, I hate to be a wet blanket here with all this good news. While people are saying there is peace and security, then sudden destruction will come upon them as labor pains come upon a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. And so it's the same thing. If this is the time, if this is the place, and if this is the first in a series of deals, there will be one later, according to Daniel 9:27, who will confirm a covenant, or covenants, looks like it's going to happen. Probably broaden it as well. If this is the time, you may want to check out Jesus, see what he has to say. Catch him on this side, because when he does come back, he's coming back as the Lion of the tribe of Judah, and he is going to conduct some social hygiene on this planet, and it's not going to be pretty. Encourage you to join the Prince of Peace now. He died on the cross for sin, and we all know it. We're all flawed. We all have shortcomings. None of us are perfect, and there's no shame in admitting that. Humble yourself and recognize somebody died and paid a literal penalty, fine, whatever. In our country, we pay a lot of money and put people in jail. God's punishment is an eternal hell, and Jesus has paid the price for that, and you don't have to go there. You can have eternal life with him, and he offers a better deal. And besides, I guess if you don't want to be with God, then you don't have to be. But there is another way, and there's going to be no perfect people in heaven save one, and he's the one that died for all of us imperfections out there. So looks like things are getting closer, winding down. Just my perspective. Make that decision for yourself. So appreciate you guys following along. We're coming up on the fall feasts, and if we've got this stuff taking place a month out, the next month is going to be potentially very interesting. So this is categorized under Peace Plan, Prophecy, Trend Update, Keywords, Abraham Accord, Historic Peace Agreement, all the main players involved. And this will be categorized over here under peace plan. Click on this. We've got articles going back many years. People trying to broker peace. Looks like Trump pulled off a piece of it today. No pun intended, different spelling. And then also, if you'd like to take notification every time we put something out, type your name here with the blue bar, enter your address. Sometimes there's a gray bar. You can enter your address and you'll receive a notification every time we put something out. And I suspect the next month will be very interesting. So y'all take care. Keep watching the news. Keep your eye on Israel. That's God's focus. Appreciate you guys following along. Have a good one. Bye.